Long before pigs were spotted in North America, their ancestors roamed the green rice fields of Vietnam. Quiet companions to humble families, they were not factory farm pigs, they were guardians of gardens, helpers in small villages, and affectionately housemates who were as much part of the family as the dog or the grandmother. With sleek white coats and shimmering gray, their bellies swayed close to the earth. Grounded yet graceful, they lived slowly, joyfully, rooting, sunbathing, sleeping side by side with children. They weren't decorations, they were presents. In the 1980s, a small group of these pigs were brought to North America, first for zoos and academic programs. But soon people noticed these weren't like ones raised for meat. They were clean, they were trainable, they were incredibly expressive, they made eye contact. They wagged their tails when happy. They could open doors and solve puzzles. And so the pot-bellied pig found a new role, not as livestock, but as companions. The movement grew. Families began adopting them. Some pigs learned to paint. Others did therapy visiting hospitals. They had their own beds, their own birthdays, and they had their own wardrobe. But something went wrong. Marketing got ahead of the truth. Breeders began to promising teacup pigs, tiny forever piglets that would never grow up. But these pigs don't stay small, and not unless they're malnutrition, ill, or misrepresented. The average adult pot-bellied pig grows to between 100 and 300 pounds. These majestic, full-grown beings with a lifespan of 15 to 20 years. Not a mistake, not a burden, but a commitment like any family member. When people discovered the pigs were growing bigger than expected, some abandoned them, others surrendered them, and tragically gave up entirely. But what about those who choose differently? And from these stories, a new movement has quietly risen, and some ask if everything is energy, are these pigs truly suffering, or are they just showing us where healing is needed? Are they souls playing a role in our awakening, a mirror of our own capacity to reconnect? In ancient cultures, pigs were sacred, symbols of abundance, fertility, and divine intuition. They rooted the land and helped us root us in the present. Maybe they're not here for us to change them, but for us to remember ourselves through them. Pot-bellied pigs are incredibly smart, naturally clean, exceptionally emotionally and empathetic. They sense energy and often seek a gentle, calm people, consistent environments. They don't bark or scratch, they don't chase squirrels, but they nap beside you in the sun and snout softly when they're happy. They dance for blueberries. At Solution H.O.R.S.E, we're not just telling stories. We stood in the barns, walked the dusty paths, and looked into the eyes from non-profit sanctuaries to overlooked corners of compassion. We've witnessed the courage to save lives. This is Solution House, one act of service for all, one incredible story to share. Join the movement now.